I haven't got any lipstick on. Sorry. In fact, for half of this, I'm going to just have like some eye makeup, not even mascara. It's one of those days. Hello, a couple of weeks ago I did a review of the Babyliss Big Hair Styler, and a couple of people said they thought it would be helpful for me to do a demo of how I use it because it's quite hard to explain. So I've just done it. I've just done my hair. It's nothing spectacular, it's just hair, but it's a big difference from what I look like when I don't use it. And for me it's just revolutionised my life, and I know that some people have found it really hard to get on with, which is why I think they thought it would be useful for me to show how I use it. As you might be able to see, the light's not great. I'm filming in my bedroom opposite a window where my thing is plugged in, so the light's not great. I haven't got my lights up here, and I feel grim, but we're going to power on through and it'll be fine. So it's going to be really hard for me to kind of talk and do it at the same time because you're not going to hear me, so I'm going to try and tell you everything before I do it. It comes with this cover, just I guess to keep the bristles nice. It has 2 heat settings and 1 cold setting. So you've got this here, so you're going to put it up once, it'll go cold, twice and it will go warm, and to the top and it will be hot. When it's on the cold setting you can't rotate this. When it's on the warm setting it rotates quite slowly, and when it's on the hot setting it rotates faster. So I'm going to show you each setting now with its different rotation. So it's cold, warm, and then hottest. So I'm sure you should use all the different settings, but as I always say, I'm super lazy. So I usually just blast it on the hottest and the fastest to get this done. I've dried my hair a bit with my normal hairdryer. I think it says for it to be 90% dry. This isn't 90% dry. Probably won't be 90% dry by the time I finish using this. Again, I'm lazy. This won't dry. If you dry your hair with this, it's going to take forever. So do just dry it a bit. And yeah, I'm just going to do this as I do it. This is how I do it. I'm not saying this is how Babyliss say you should do it, or how a hair person says you should do it. This is how I do it. Right, so I'm going to go for blasting on the hot bit, and I'm going to start with the underneath of my hair where I always get kind of like a mat. It's not nice. So for me with the underneath bit, it's more about getting it kind of smooth and nicely tucked under. So I usually just brush it through with the barrel rotating like this so that it curls the ends under. It's not necessarily about getting volume with the underneath bit for me. Right, so that's basically what I do to the underneath. A lot of people I've seen say that they get their hair tangled. What I tend to do, and you will see me doing this, is I will rotate it so that it curls my hair up like it's in a roller, and then I will rotate it the other way so you're not tangling and pulling your hair out. That way I've found I've never had a problem with tangles. So the next bit I always do is my fringe, because it dries quicker. It's already pretty dry, and I just want to get that done. So like a swooshy sidey fringe, so I take it off to the side. The bits that I have a real problem with volume are these bits at the side. If these bits go flat, it doesn't matter how much volume I've got here. So there's a couple of tricks I do to get volume here. The first is just to brush it out and away from my head whilst rotating. Also, as I like a bit of wave to my hair, I tend to dry the ends so that they're going away, as that is how natural curls will go and it's more flattering. So once I've basically done the front bits, because I don't want them to dry flat, I do keep coming back to them while I do the rest of the hair. So I basically just take strands and I dry them as if they were in hot rollers. So I roll them up underneath and hold it there for a bit. So with the ends, I basically make sure that at the back they're curled under, and at the sides, on the top layers, they kind of go out a bit because I think that's nice. Also, when I'm drying individual strands, I not only dry them underneath and roll them up, but I dry them on the top and roll them up, because you're going to get more volume that way. I find that if I want to have an extra curl at the bottom, I spin this in the underneath my hair. So and that's it. It's still damp at the back, but it's all been combed through, so I know that it's going to dry hopefully as straight as possible and not bumpy, and it just looks done, nicely blow dried, and it's much less effort than blow drying it with a brush, and it will stay like this. So if you go to sleep, usually I do this before bed, so I'll do it at 11 o'clock at night, wake up tomorrow and it will look the same, which I don't get any other time that I do my hair. So I'm a huge fan of this, and I just know that some people have really struggled with it. Some people love it, some people say their hair gets tangled a lot. I've never found that, but again, as I say, I roll it up and then I roll it the other way to unroll it. I don't know if that would help. Anyways, thank you so much for watching.